All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect, which we ought to be. Now, I just want to go in a few scriptures, about, examining thyself, you know what I'm saying? Because, you got to be in the right mind frame for what's to come, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no laid back mind frame, no chilling mind frame, you know what I'm saying? You got to be wrapped up tight about what you know, right? So I'm gonna start off with 2 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 5. It says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith, prove your own selves, know ye not your own selves. So you know yourself, you know what I'm saying, you know your flaws, you know your weaknesses, right? And it says, know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't be, unless you be reprobates, meaning rejected, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to constantly examine yourself, because if you don't, you could start slacking. You know what I'm saying? You could start falling, not not doing, basically, you could slack to the point you ain't doing nothing anymore, or not at all, you know what I'm saying? Or you doing too little, like, kind. So, this is Ephesians 4:22. It says that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, right? You know what I'm saying? So going after your lust, man, you know what I'm saying? You got to put off that old man, because your old man, your former self, because think about it like this: as long as when you come into the truth, right? And first time you coming into the truth, and then you got to think about say if you're 20 years old and you coming into the truth, out of them 20 years you've been a nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? You've been of this world, a product of this world. So when it says that you put off concerning the former conversation, meaning the acts, it says the old man which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. You know what I'm saying? You want to put that off. Because when you come to this thing, you newborn babes, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to start all over. You got to learn all over. You got to cast away all that bullshit that you learned in the world and take on this new truth, man. Take off the truth. Take on the truth, Salakia. Take on the truth. You know what I'm saying? And grow into it, like how you was when you grew up. You went to kindergarten, you went to preschool, kindergarten, first grade on up, and you learned all that bullshit. It would be the same way here. It ain't bullshit though. It's the truth, man. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 27. It says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. Right? So once you examine yourself, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the other, and you recognize your flaws and your weaknesses, what you do is that, you start casting those, you put those under subjection. So when your flesh want to do this, it's like, no, I'm going to read, you know what I'm saying, or doing some folly that could wait until later, I'm going to read first, I'm going to watch this video, I'm going to study, you know what I'm saying. I'm going to meditate upon these scriptures. I'm going to examine myself to see what I'm lacking at, It says, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. So you don't want to be, you basically want to try very hard, you know what I'm saying, to, continue to fight against this flesh, you know what I'm saying, because you don't want to fall out, you don't want to be casted away, you know what I'm saying, out of the truth. This is Luke chapter 9 verse 23. It's like it. This is Salakia. This is Galatians chapter 5 verse 16. It says, "This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Right, you know, walk in the spirit, you know what I'm saying, according to the truth and not according to folly, you know what I'm saying, because the flesh is gonna always, you know, the flesh is gonna always get you trying to try to get you to you know, do things of the world, you know. It says verse 16, it's like verse 17, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit. So, you know, it's a constant battle. And it says the spirit against the flesh. And these, so likewise, you know, the spirit against the flesh against the spirit. It says, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Right, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, your flesh want to do something, you know, the spirit come in and cut it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do a sit down. You know, read. You know what I'm saying? Go to this book. Read these chapters. You know what I'm saying? The spirit could like give you like, you know, 4 precepts, and then next you know you gotta sit down. You know. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach, you know, because we are soldiers. The Lord had brought us in, called us into his army, man. You know what I'm saying? The army of Yahushua Mashiach. And we got to endure hardness with all this affliction that comes upon us, you know, tribulations. You know what I'm saying? You got, you know, your woman might leave you. You know, you might lose your job. You know, you might go hard times. Your landlord might be on bullshit. You know, it seems like there's always something wrong with your car, you know, or your kids getting on your nerves, or it's like you can't really, you know, find no peace, you know what I'm saying, because this ain't our rest anyways, but at the same time, you got to work through that, because the Lord is really, what the Lord is doing is that he purifying us, you know what I'm saying, of this world, man. You know what I'm saying? He purging us from this world, right? And a soldier got to keep his mind tight on. He got to stay focused on what the real matter is at hand. You know what I'm saying? What's important? What's the goal? What's the mission? You know. And it says, this is Luke chapter 9, verse 23. And he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself. So when you come in this truth, you know you want to deny yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what it is, James chapter 1 verse 5, man. You know what I'm saying? Ask the Lord and he'll give it to you. You know, and when he gives it to you, you know what I'm saying, do it. You know, deny yourself, you know, deny your flesh, deny the things that you want to do versus the things you need to do. What's more profitable for you that's in this truth, which is the scriptures, man. You know, and it says, and take up his cross daily and follow me, and that's, you know, cross, you know, your the burdens, the tribulations, man, the things you got to deal with when you in this fight, you know. And it says, for whosoever shall, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. Right, you know what I'm saying? You trying to save all this stuff out here, you know what I'm saying? You trying to save you know, your fleshly stuff, you're gonna lose. And it says, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it. Because what's the life? What's the life? You know, the kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna save this. You know, if you lose all the stuff that you had, you know what I'm saying? If you used to have a bunch of women, if you had money, you know what I'm saying, and you lose all that for the real life, for the kingdom, man, for Yahweh Shem Yahshua's sake, man, the scripture says that you'll get 10-fold, man. You know, 100-fold. Salaki, if it's not quoted the correct way, but, you know, you'll receive more than what you have already for putting off all that old stuff, that stuff of the old man, you know. And I hope this video was edifying, and I would like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shalom.